now stepping up to the plate is Callan Singhania, the right fielder. He's got a double. His name so far. That pitch is in the zone for strike one.
And Singhania 1 for 1 with a double and a walk so far.
And a pick-off attempt here, but nothing's going on.
That one in nearly the exact same location. Ball 2. 2-0 the count.
Okamoto, did ground out to shortstop in his last at-bat. He's going to look to kind of bounce back here.
That one outside again as the catcher has to reach out and get his glove on it for ball 3. 3-0 the count here to Okamoto. That one kind of falls into the center of the zone. Good pitch right there. Count moves to 3-1. Okamoto gets his bat on it a little bit, but the count will move to 3-2 as it works back to a full count.
The 3 as Pierce strikes right back. And an early timeout here.
Jesuits defense has struggled when teams can connect from the 3. I think if J.J. Pierce if they can do that all night, it might give the Rangers a little bit of trouble. Look to see if Coach Hill makes any adjustments towards that.
You'd hope that early 3 is not a foreseer or a future of the things to come. Hopefully Jesuit can lock up their perimeter defense from out there. But
yeah,
it's
sure.
still early. It's still early. They've got time. Don't panic just yet. As Sherwood inbounds. Gibbons will take it up as the Pierce student section really getting into it. Costas to Gibbons now. Gibbons tried to get it to McCormick around the backside, but he gets to Costas instead, and the shot rims out. What an unlucky bounce for Grant Costas.
That's a killer. That was in and out. That rolled all around the basket.
That really hurt for Costas.
So first I want to look at the Pac-12 title game, which is Utah at USC. Now, on Friday, yes. Now Utah, 9-3, so they've had a pretty good season, but they are 7-2 in conference play, 6-0 at home. That's interesting to note. But the problem for this one is they're not gonna exactly be at home. They're 3-3, 500 on the road. So I think that for Utah, it is similar somewhat to the Rutgers IU thing we talked about. I mean, I think Utah's a good team. I think they're going to make a pretty good bowl game. I don't think they're close. I don't really think they're on USC's level in terms of talent and skill and just overall, how good they are. I think USC's favored to win, and rightfully so. I think Caleb Williams is going to have another good game. I think, keep in mind, USC, correct me if I'm wrong, their one loss came against the Utes, correct?
Against Utah by 1.1.
Oh, man, this is tough. I'm going to take the Jaguars, but it's going to be close.
Okay.
Because the Jaguars, this is their de facto home game in London. I'll take Jacksonville, but it's going to be close. Give me 20-17. I don't think it's going to be particularly high scoring because the Falcons, I don't think they're going to score a lot of points because their offense is so run-heavy with Tyler Algier and Bijan Robinson.
Yeah.
Who has looked great so far. Although he didn't play particularly well last week, but he's looked great other than that. I think Jacksonville takes it, but it's close.
I'm going to say Jacksonville takes it, but I don't think it's going to be close. I think Jacksonville puts it together finally.
Okay.
I think it comes here against the Falcons. I think they win 30-10.
Wow.
What are your thoughts?
That is interesting.
Yeah.
I agree that it's going to take. I think it's going to take Coach Sanders more than one season to kind of turn this team around and get them into being consistently like a national contender. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to be as lopsided as the spread indicates.
Yeah,
like you said.
That's kind of crazy to me.
That's
21.
21 points. I don't think the Ducks are going to win by 21 points.
Yeah.
I think they're going to win because A, they're at home, which is a massive factor, and B, I think they're probably the better team. I think Colorado has a ton of talent. I'm not completely sure that they have all the chemistry kinks quite figured out yet.
Mm-hmm.
I think Oregon has that.
But let's start with Georgia, the big dog. You want to go first for your Rose, or you want to do a Thorn here?
I'll start with the Rose.
Okay, you start with the Rose.
I'll start with the Rose. So I think for Georgia, obviously this team is not what they were last year. I think the Rose is the play of tight end Brock Bowers.
Yep.
I think that's the Rose. He has been the best player on. I don't think Georgia's been the best team in the country. I know they've been ranked number 1 for the whole season so far, and I think as long as they don't lose, I think they're going to keep that spot. But Brock Bowers has been a tremendous help to new starting quarterback Carson Beck, and he's been the best. I think he's been the best tight end in the country. No questions asked.
Now joining us to preview the weekend on Hoosier Sports is Joe Elms. Joe?
Thanks, Kara. It's a busy upcoming weekend for the Hoosiers. This Friday, the field hockey team and the men's soccer team will both be traveling to East Lansing to take on Michigan State. Field hockey will play the Spartans at 3 p.m. and men's soccer will kick off at 7:30. On Saturday, be sure to wear your black Hoosier gear as the football team will face off against Akron with a blackout at Memorial Stadium. Kickoff is at 7:30. And to close out the weekend, the field hockey team hosts the James Madison Dukes at 11 a.m. The softball team takes on Indiana State, and women's soccer welcomes Northwestern at 1 p.m. To finish out this Sunday, volleyball will face a stiff test in Madison against number 1 Wisconsin at 2 p.m. That's all for this weekend in Hoosier Sports. Back to you guys.